Agreement here, you can either get y using the linear, you can either get y on its own or x on its own. We all came up with the agreement that we get x on its own, just so we only have one solution to deal with, not many solutions. So bring the 7y over the other side, and I'll get 9 plus 7y. Okay. Next thing I'll do is divide both sides by 4. That's multiplication of 4 on the left. That makes a division of 4 on the right. So it's going to be 9 plus 7y all over 4. Okay. Then we go down to the equation here. See the 8? Anywhere we see x, we're going to have to put in 9 plus 7y over 4. Now that's a tricky one. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we couldn't avoid the fraction. We were getting a fraction either way. So here's what I suggest. If I ask you to square 2 over 3, what would the answer be for 2 over 3 squared? Anybody? It is 4 over 9, yeah. You did 2 over 3 multiplied by 2 over 3. So that's a really basic example. So when you're squaring this guy over here, see that one that we have to square out the 9 plus 7y over 4? It's going to look something like this. It's going to be 9 plus 7y on top. It's going to be all over 4. And then there's going to be another 9 plus 7y. Once again, all over 4. So and there's an 8 on the outside just to make things worse. I occasionally use a squared bracket. When there's a lot of stuff going on within the bracket, I'll use a squared bracket to sort that out. Okay. So 9 times 9, 81. Okay. 9 times 7. Yeah, it's a 63y. There's another 63y. Add them together, I get 126y. And then we do 7y by 7y, which is 49y squared, all over your 16. Okay? And can't really do much with the other side. I might just bring the 1 over, just to make it 0 on the other side. Okay? Now, here's what we're thinking. What's the 8 on the outside, and how do the 8 and the 16 interact with each other? It's just going to be a 2 on the bottom then, isn't it? So I'm going to work that out, and I'm just going to have a 2 on the bottom. Is that okay? Now, what I'm going to do to the rest of the question is I'm going to give it a common denominator of 2. Don't want any fractions whatsoever, so we're going to do it like this. 81 plus 126. Okay, so what I essentially did was this. So then I did 8 times, for argument's sake, 8 times 3 over 2. Okay, I can multiply the 8 by 3 first and get 24, and then divide 24 by 2 to get 12. Or I can divide the 8 by the 2 directly to get 4. 4 times 3. What? Yeah, you can multiply first, divide second, or divide first, multiply second. So do you see the way they both gave the same answer? I chose to divide first. It's usually less work. Okay? Dividing first usually creates less work. Okay? Is using basic examples, does that help you? Like when I show you a really basic one is. All right, Grant. Now, all over 2. Now, guys, what do I change this to? Have to make sure that changes over 2. 6y squared all over is exactly the same thing as 3y squared. And then 1 at the end, 2 over 2, which is that. All right, we good? Okay. Now, what we're going to do next is, technically the 0 is also over 2, because what's 2 times 0? 0. It doesn't really matter. It's just going to say 0 no matter what you do to it. Okay. Now, let's add these together. We have minus 6y squared. What's it, 126y? Oh, what's it? 49y squared. Excellent. That fixes that up to 43. Ouch, that's awkward. Okay. And then 81 plus the 2. 83. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. All right, guys. I, for one, am going to use the minus b formula. Yes. Yeah, what about it? No, it was 8 over 16. 8 over 16 is a half. So that's why there's only a 2 on the bottom. The 2 is on the bottom, not on the top. It's only a number 1 on the top. That'd be a number 1, and that's a 2. Is that okay? Okay, gents, let's do the minus b formula if you can. Let's see what we get out of this. This book has some crazy questions, I have to say. Okay, we're going to do the minus b formula up here. See what we get. Memory or brackets? All right, gents. Oh, man. Look at that answer. Minus 1. Y equals minus 1. Okay. And then the x value, minus 83 over 43. Yeah, it's not as nice. 43. All right, gents. Unfortunately, if this is a 15 pointer, I'm on 12 out of 15. Where have I lost 3 marks? Haven't made a mistake, though. Have to do the x's, okay? If you go back to the top, x is 9 plus 7y divided by 4. X equals 9 plus 7 times whatever y is divided by 4. And you're very much going to let your calculator do the work here. Okay. And okay. And we're going to put in minus 1. And then we're going to do minus 83 over 43. And we get an answer for the first one. A half. Use your calculator. Honestly. At the very top, we found out what x was. X was 9 plus 7y all over 4. The voice you were giving out earlier. Yeah, yeah. And we got the next one. Minus 97 over 86 sounds about right. They are as hard of a version of them as you're going to get. Okay? Yeah, they're very long question.